Coach, good evening. Thank you for being able to take our call on Metro FM tonight.
Good evening to you, my brother, and good evening to Metro FM listeners.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks for your time. I see the team has been on a roadshow. Actually, before I go there, a lot of people are calling for the whole Sundowns squad to be in the Bafana team or make up the majority of the Bafana team. But Hugo Bruce has once said that he can't have 8 players of Sundowns in one team. As a coach yourself, does that make sense?
To be honest with you, I think there are many players from many different teams in our country that can represent our country better than what we saw in France. And that does not necessarily mean I'm only referring to Sundowns players, but I do believe we've got better players than and a better team than the team that represented us in France. As for Sundowns players being more than others, I think that would be the prerogative of a coach. But if they perform better than the rest, then why not? But the truth of the matter is I'm not somebody who is going to be advocating only for Sundowns players. I do believe there are many players in many other teams, and maybe teams that are not fancied but have got one or two very, very good individual players in their teams. And I think those players deserve an opportunity in the national team as well.
Yeah, and your comments are similar to a conversation I had with Coach Cabo Zondo the other time, and he felt that the team or the football played against France wasn't a true reflection of South African football, which is also what you alluded to in one of your press conferences, Coach, right?
No, I fully agree. I don't think we were truly represented there. And if you consider that the French nation immediately heard that Bafana will be playing against France, the tickets were sold out in hours, not even in a day, in hours, because they were anticipating a very fierce contest because they know what South Africa is capable of. And there we go with what we did there, and it really, really was an egg on our face. And I don't think we will get the same reception again if we were looking for a friendly in France based on our performance the last time around, unless we can do better in other friendly matches and our other qualifiers and show that we've got better quality than what we showed, because what we showed in France was far below the level of all the other coaches that we've had in Bafana, because we are not playing France for the first time. We had beaten France before, we had drawn with France before, and we've got capacity to play against France and really do well. It's not like it was the first time we were playing against France and we were surprised when we had to meet a team of France's caliber.
And just the last one on this from me, Coach. I know a lot of people felt there was a bit of aggression lacking in Bafana and commitment in that game against France. And one of the players left behind that left people talking was Andile Jali, with the coach actually saying that he's not the kind of midfielder that is looking for. He lacks a little bit of aggression there. As somebody who works with Andile Jali on a day-to-day basis, what did you make of those comments?
As coach, we say different things sometimes. But Andile's main strength is aggression and arrogance in the middle of the park that is I'm the bossy. And that is the mentality that has kept him even in our team. He's got a very good match temperament. He's that guy that galvanizes every other player in the team and says, boys, let's go and fight. And when he says let's go and fight, you will see that he's some sort of a little Napoleon there that is ready, gathering everybody around to say, we are ready for the fight. And when a player like Andile is deemed not to be aggressive, then I wonder who is more aggressive than him in our midfield, probably with the exception of Motoni.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, no, let's go back to the game this weekend then. I do see that the team has been on a roadshow today and ahead of this game against Petro, Coach. Is that the sign of a relaxed team ahead of this second leg fixture?
I don't think it's a sign of a relaxed team, but I just think it's a sign of a team that is really trying to make sure that people come in numbers to come and support us, to replicate what we experienced in Angola, where Petro brought almost a full house into the stadium to make sure that they had a very big support behind them. So we are rallying our support for the match on Saturday, and we believe every other team and every other supporter, if they can support both Sundowns and Pirates this weekend, we will be helping our country to get the recognition that we deserve in the continental space. And I think all these road shows are about making sure that we get the respect that we deserve, because we believe we've got potential to really come back in this match, but we need the support of our people. The Yellow Nation will be there, of course, but we are looking for as many people as possible, and to make sure that a lot of people in our country realize the value of vaccinating now that the stadiums are open, so that they make sure that they can watch our matches in the PSL as well.
Yes, and as I mentioned at the top of the show, folks, Sundowns is giving away free tickets for this encounter against Petro, and they're also opening up training for fans to come and watch the team in the training tomorrow at Chlorkop, and there'll be vaccination stations also. If you want to vaccinate, you can also go there and vaccinate. And what do you make of the decision, Coach, to allow fans to come and watch training? Is it a marketing decision or not? How do the coaches feel?
To be honest, I think it's something that in South Africa we have lost touch of, because I remember in the past when I was a bit younger, one would go and watch AmaZulu in training. Then it would be 5,000, 10,000 capacity watching AmaZulu in training, and one is hopeful that if we can replicate that and bring a sense of ownership to our spectators, to say we have seen this being done in training, and then maybe this is what will really work for us. And maybe when they see these things being replicated in a match, they start to realize and understand the work that is done behind the scenes with the players in training.
I haven't had power in 3 days.
We're trying, ma'am. Maybe get a generator.
I don't have extra money right now.
Ma'am, if you had a Nedbank Just Invest account, you'd get up to 4.75% interest and access to your funds in 24 hours.
Seriously?
Seriously. Perfect for emergencies like this.
Do you want a bank that takes your money or a bank that takes your money seriously? Open a Nedbank Just Invest account on the Money app today. Seeing money differently. Nedbank, we're a licensed FSB and registered credit provider. T's and C's apply.
Switch to SuperBets, SA's biggest home of instant, live and scratch card games. Get 100 free spins just for registering. With over 400 exclusive games, daily free spins, up to 10,000 Rand in bonus drafts, weekly tournaments, and the chance to win up to 13 million Rand in cash. It gets even bigger with instant deposits and instant payouts. Switch to SuperBets. Register now at superbets.co.za. SuperBets. Join Mzansi's biggest.
Okay, we're still talking to Coach Manqoba Mnqithi at Sundowns. We just had to take a quick break. Apologies for that. We do welcome your voice notes. And before I go to the voice notes, Coach, I just wanted to, after the 2-1 loss to Petro, Coach Rulani seemed quietly confident ahead of the game. And that's why I was saying the team seems a bit relaxed. He's even quoted a conversation with him and Jürgen Klopp about the right game to lose. What is it because of what you saw in the first leg, Coach, or what you made of Petro, or just belief in your own team? And do you agree with these sentiments made by Coach Rulani?
For a coach to be confident about his team, I think that is very positive, because if we are not positive and confident that our team has got the capacity to come back in this match, then what's the use of going for this match on Saturday? And this is, in our experience, something that has happened in the past. We played against Otoho away from home. They beat us 2-1 with a red card on Ghana, and we came back and beat them. We played against Zesco in the semi-final of the Champions League that we won in 2016, and they beat us 2-1 away from home, and we came back home and managed to win that match. We do believe our team has got the capacity to come back in a match of this nature. And we also believe in the match in Angola, we did not deserve to lose. That was not one of our best performances, but we still created enough opportunities to be able to take a draw or a win in that match. But unfortunately, we did not do that. So I'm also very confident that if we do the best we can in this match, and we are humble enough and respect the game enough, and we are prepared to run a little bit more than them, and more focused and more attentive to detail, we've got the capacity to win this match.
And what was interesting was that you didn't make excuses after that loss, despite what some say was a controversial VAR decision. I heard Coach Rulani saying we accept the decision. VAR had a look at it, they had a look at it, and they probably made the right decision. Does that come with experience, Coach, of maybe playing on the continent now for a while?
Now, sometimes complaining over everything does not help. Because in the same match, if you look at the the free kick that we got in the early stages, which we scored, I think Tapelo was pulled by the last defender. Which if the VAR was working, one would say why that defender did not get a red card, because there was no other defender behind and he was running straight towards goals. The goal that we scored, and the VAR said it's a goal because of the foul by Mutobi, but the referee had a better view of what happened, and even in the VAR, the camera that they used only shows the referee, and it does not show clearly the tackle on Mutobi, whether he got the ball or not. And the referee had taken a decision because he was closest to the action and probably 1 or 1.5 meters away from the action. And he had said, there's nothing let's play on. Up until maybe 5 combinations after that, then he come back and he says VAR it's not a goal. But the truth of the matter is, even when you look at that camera angle of the VAR, it does not have a better view than the referee himself. And the referee is the one who had taken a decision that foul did not warrant him to stop the game. And if there was any foul for that matter, because from what we see Mutobi poking the ball and the opponent coming towards his knee after he had poked the ball. But it was under the bridge at times, complaining about these things. It's like you're making feeble excuses. We have to just soldier on and come to this match with a positive mind and hope that our soldiers will be ready to deliver an A game on the day, because if Sundowns plays their A game, definitely will win the match.
Okay, for those just joining us, we're in conversation with the co-coach at Sundowns, Coach Manqoba Mnqithi, ahead of the game against Petro de Luanda at the FNB Stadium on Saturday, second leg, quarterfinal clash in the CAF Champions League. We do welcome your voice notes, so let's play them.
What Sundowns is doing to market the match, to show the fans how it's important for them to come to the stadium to support the club. Great initiative. I hope other teams, they can understand how to grow a business or how to grow a brand one day and invite fans or market the match so much that the fans can feel important also as part of the process. Thanks.
Evening, Mr. Tabis. Yes, Pershan Dusange from Divan. Yeah, I just would like to wish luck to my team, Mamelodi Sundowns, and I believe in my team, the potential they have, that they will overturn the result on the weekend. Yeah, wish them all the best, and Mamelodi Sundowns will make us proud as South African once and again. Big up, and all the best also to Pirates. Big up to your show.
Afternoon, Tabiso. Tabiso, my question is to Manqoba Mnqithi. Since when Sundowns have scored an away goal there at Luanda, doesn't that away goal count for them? Actually, I think it's supposed when they're playing back home here, they only need to score 1 goal.
Hi, Tabiso. Good evening to you and greetings to all the Metro listeners. This is Joel from Wattville in Benoni. I wish Sundowns all the best on the coming game on Saturday. I know they're going to turn the tables around. It's not a very big margin that they're going to cover up. I know what they are capable of doing, and obviously they're going to qualify to the next round. Sharp. Thank you.
Good evening, Pratabiso. Ukuluma nasibongeleni wakamkhwane kamgayi Mathafen. Firstly, Pratabiso, let me take this opportunity to congratulate Ubaba Manqoba in what he has achieved in his career. I think from his days at Golden Arrows, we saw that he was going in places when he won that MTN8 against Ajax. I'm very happy for him, as he is like my homeboy. He comes from Umzimkhulu, not too far from where I am in Joliveti. So I'm very happy for him. And then lastly, I was very, very skeptical about their combination as the co-coaches. First, I doubted it because I was not seeing them working well together. 3 bulls in 1 crowd, but they proved me wrong. Thank you, Pratabiso.
Ratabiso, keep it Rosmotembisa, Miss Monamorolo Machasarata Asibin. Kirata, who let Mokati Swami. Masakola Maton, Manqoba Mnqithi, tota se ke se kopa mo go ena la ke wina re batle sepe se sengwe gape re batla stars na le dia bobedi ngwaga engwe di tloga re batla re ke kopela simola ka go tlhasela Petro di Luanda ha le ke bona ra finaling ha la gona sepe se se ka mo thibang ke mo eletsa masego le matlhogono ke khuba maka mangwe le apele ga gago ka re kopa wini hela re batle sepe se sengwe gape 3-0 ya tla be siame.
Okay, that last voice note saying that, wishing the coach well, saying they must attack from the beginning, and he's begging for a win. And yes, the CAF African football did retain the away goals. I know in Europe they've scrapped the away goals, but African football for this season still retains away goals. So on that note then, coach, how do you approach this game then, considering that you have an away goal in Angola?
No, we have to approach it like any other game that we play in the PSL or even in the Champions League. Every match that we play with a strong mentality to defend from the top and put as much pressure as we can to the opposition in order for them to crumble and not give them an easier access to our half, so that the game is played more in their half by dominating the pitch, dominating the ball, and making sure that we create as many chances. We are optimistic in that. We are playing against a strong team and a dangerous team offensively, but defensively they are not one of the strongest. So offensively we have to guard against their strength, and their strength is mainly wing play and the two strikers that they have on top, Yano and Azulao from Brazil. That combination is quite strong, and there are two wingers, Jason and number 26. Are very, very dangerous. We have to take care of that space.
Azulao.
They must worry.
Is it the one that scored 26?
Azulao is number 26, yeah. And the winger is number 28. Manjareti is the name of the winger. It's very important that we take care of those four players and their oncoming wingers, Canelo and Afonso, number 25. They are very, very offensive, but they are very naked at the back, and I do believe to a certain extent they will try and protect the result that they have, which might not help them much in this match if they try to defend the 2-1 lead, because Sundowns is expected at least to score 1 or 2 goals in a match, and we are hopeful that if we go with that mentality and we give it up the shot with a lot of very good defensive strategies as well to try and counter-press whenever they regain possession, because they can hurt us in transition.
Yeah, and because of your success, Coach, Sundowns is now expected to win almost every game, even by its own fans. And I know most of them were disappointed after what happened in Angola. And there seemed to be a lot of blame on Dennis Onyango. What did you make of that? Suddenly people are questioning him as a goalkeeper.
Yeah, no, maybe it's because, when you are spoiled for choice and we have done well in the league, winning against Golden Arrows, winning against Swallows, winning against Summerfield with the other goalkeepers, with the exception of the Golden Arrows match, then any goalkeeper that concedes a goal there, it's always easy. When Dennis concedes, we will say, why not Kennedy? When Kennedy concedes, why not Dennis? Why not Riyad or Boz for that matter? So we must accept sometimes that there are some matches where, one, the first goal, there was nothing much the goalkeeper could do there. The centre-backs allowed the striker to tap the ball in without much pressure, and he allowed the cross into the box from a throw-in. The second goal was a cross that was played, and Dennis was a little bit unsure, clear in front of him, and he tried to parry that ball because he saw it very late. And again, in the box, the centre-backs were not taking care of the strikers. And in any game of football, modern or old game of football, a simple rule: in the box, we mark man to man. Outside the box, you can have zonal marking, but in the box, you don't want to give a chance or a sniff to anyone. But again, it's not only the center backs. We allowed crosses into the box, and that is what I'm talking about, to say that front four is a factor, because Jaredi, the cross for the second goal, the striker, Yana scored. The first goal, Canelo, the left back, the cross into the box, and the Azulao finishing on the near post. So if we don't allow crosses and we are ready to take care of the players in the box, because when Azulao scored that goal, there was a 4-against-1 in the box, but that one player is the one that scored. because we did not do our job very well on the day in the box. So if we can deal with those issues very well, we will be able to do better. And to blame the goalkeeper, I think at this stage we will be just unfair to Dennis, because we know what he's capable of and we know what he has done for us. And don't be surprised when he does what he does best, we will come back again and say, without Dennis, we would not have been where we are. So it's very important to keep supporting our players as much as we can, even when there are scenarios where we feel maybe could have done better. But the truth of the matter is those 2 goals, it's very unlikely that there was much that he could have done.
Yeah, and the centre-back pairing was also questioned by the Sundowns fans who wanted to know, was Diruk injured? What was the motivation of going with that centre-back pairing?
To be honest, we had deliberations on these 2 centre-backs a lot, but if you come back from a 5-6 nil win against Golden Arrows and you are playing Musa and Pamanyango, you are asking yourself, why can't I continue with this combination, because it's doing well and we never had issues. And Mutizwa, Kumet are all very dangerous, and they've done very well to keep a clean sheet against Golden Arrows, and we managed to score 6. And it was only a good decision, and what we've been doing regularly to say a pairing that is doing well must continue. You must remember that in the game against Swallows, Roshin was not at his best. I think he even played a back pass that nearly created a lot of chaos for us. And thanks to the goalkeeper to save us on the day, to react. But the truth of the matter is we could have played any of those centre-backs. And in the same space, we can put Grant, because what has Grant done? Because Grant has also done exceptionally well for us, and he has never let us down. But when you have the luxury of a left-footed centre-back and a right-footed centre-back, it's always better for a team that likes to play from the back like Sundown.
Okay, Coach. And then the last one from me, strangely though, Coach, and I say strangely for a reason, some believe this is a do-or-die fixture for you this season. Despite the fact that you're still in the hunt for a quadruple, some say if you don't win Champions League this season, it won't be a success. Does this baffle you, or do you understand it? Are you once again a victim of your success?
To be honest, I would not blame anyone who feels like that, because even myself as an individual, I do feel we are due to try and fight to win the Champions League. But if we don't win it, we must say we have given it our best shot. And it is up to an individual to say we did not perform to the level that was desirable, or we performed but we are unfortunate. Because if I look at our run of previous season, I think last season we showed a lot of good signs in the Champions League, but very unfortunate to lose in the quarterfinal against Ali, with 2 very good performances compared to the 2 performances that we gave this year, which gave us results in both legs. But the performances of last season were even better than the performances that we gave this season. So football will always give you those curveballs here and there, and we must accept them. But the truth of the matter is, even us as a team, we believe we've got the capacity to win the Champions League, and that's why we want to try and give it our best shot, because our team is strong enough to achieve that given a chance.
But is that what will define your season, Coach, or what will define your season?
Whoever wants to put a definition to a season will be allowed to do so.
You'll have a look at the end of the season as the coaches.
Yeah.
Okay, Coach. And just finally, last one from me. How do you feel about playing at the FNB Stadium? Are you getting used to it now? Does the pitch suit you a bit because it's a bit bigger?
No, we are very happy with FNB. It has never given us any trouble. We have achieved the targets that we wanted from FNB. We have won all the matches there. So we are going there with a lot of optimism that we've got the capacity to stretch the Angolan team and really force them into making errors. And we are very, very confident that our team has the capacity to unsettle any team at FNB.
Okay, Coach, all the best for Saturday. I'm sure South Africans will go there and support the team and cheer you on to the semi-finals of the CAF Champions League. If there's one team that can turn around a 2-1 deficit, you can't bet against Mamelodi Sundowns. And thanks for speaking to us on Metro FM. We appreciate the time you've given us and the clarity also.
Thank you very much, my brother, and thank you so much to the Metro listeners and the Yellow Nation for the support that they've always given us, and begging all our supporters and all the supporters of football in the country to pack FNB on Saturday and rally behind us. We also want to make South Africa proud.
Thanks, Coach Manqoba Mnqithi.